So we were talking about e-tailing. Now, e-tailing is nothing but electronic retailing, where you will be able to sell the products online, and you will be able to give the uh, products to consumers directly. Okay, that is called as e-tailing. Now, this practice of e-tailing is supposed to continue in a well manner. So let's just go on and understand the next slide. That is types of e-tailers. I think this is where I stopped in the previous class. We have two types of e-tailers, that is pure play e-tailers and bricks and clicks e-tailers. So pure play e-tailers are people who only have the store. Who only have the website. They are pure play. They don't have a normal store to work on. They only have the pure play or only online websites. Next, bricks and clicks e-tailers are nothing but these people have both shop as well as they have the online website. Something like your Pantaloons, Big Bazaar. Then you can talk about Bata showroom. Bata has a store as well as they have their this part also, the online website also. So you can buy from online website or you can drop into the store anytime to buy the products. Same thing you can also expect for Archie's. Archie's now it is not in trend, but before Archie's were known for the gift shops. And Sapna Book House, to buy books you can always drop in or you can buy it online. So this was the pure play e-tailers and bricks and clicks e-tailers. Now let us continue and understand what are the advantages of e-retailing. Now in the advantages of e-retailing, this is very important question. This is asked for 6 marks. Okay, 6 marks where almost in out of 5 exams, 3 to 4 exams they have asked in for 6 marks. So let's just see. Cost. First point of detailing is cost, because we can save a lot of cost in when we sell the products online. So e-tailer software helps retailers in updating the information against competition and avoids. Kindly mute yourself. I don't want anybody to unmute yourself because my voice will echo for me only. So kindly mute yourself. Okay, so e-tailer software helps retailers in updating the information against competition. They avoid lot of expenses in creation of paper, because we use lot of paper when we are creating catalogs. Now, if you happen to visit any of the showrooms, okay, boutiques or showrooms, let's say for example, Raymond showroom, or you can take for example Peter England, all these old showrooms or suitings. Wedding suitings showrooms, if you go, they give you a very big book, and they will ask you to select the color, texture of the textile or texture of the cloth to get your suit stitched upon. So that amount of making of a book will be reduced in e-tailing. Here what we are using is everything is online, so we can make it more colorful, we can make it more creative. So that is what is the major part. So we will be using a very less amount of paper, and we are saving a lot of environment. Okay, next, wide network. E-tailing creates a global bazaar style marketplace that gathers many customers and many retailers. Now here what happens, we will have lot of customers and retailers who will be coming and purchasing from our consumer store. Maybe it is online or offline, no matter which store we have. Once you put your business online, I think you have watched few of the advertisements of godaddy.com. Like you have to get the name, you have to get the name of your company onto the website. Now, once you have your own website, no one can stop you from global orders. You will get lot of global orders when you have websites working. And nowadays, if you understand and if you notice, people always check the business online first. Okay, they see if the business has a website, how real is the business, all that has been checked upon. So you have a very wide network. Apart from this, you can register yourself on lot of the sites. Okay, lot of sites, namely Just Dial, or you can again put yourself into many websites where you will be able to check the things. So that is your wide network. So a lot of networking will be done there. Then access, that is no physical location. So traveling is not required at all, because you have a website, you have a separate place where you can spend time online. So there is no need of traveling at all to see the product, to check the product, to buy the product. Everything will be done through online process, and it will be sold to the customers. So there is no physical location. Everything is done online. Inventory of all products can be placed in large quantity with all ranges available with a particular retailer without worrying about the space limitation and shelf availability for that product. Now what happens in a, if I happen to take a provision store near you, so if I happen to take a normal provision store near your home, they will have a limited space. They would have a shop, they will have shelves. So they have to maintain the product in the shelves. So in that my case, what will happen? They'll have to order for a very limited quantity. So they cannot order for too much of quantity. That limited quantity problem will not be there in the e-tailing or e-retailing. Okay, this is also called as e-retailing or e-tailing. Both will be used here. Now why that problem will not be there? Because they will have go downs in various parts of the city. Now let's take for example, they have a go down in the south part of Bangalore. Now in south part of Bangalore, they will have 4 go downs, which is distributed, which is nicely distributed. Similarly, they will have 4 go downs in the northern part of the city also. Now like this, since they have so much go downs, go down is a bigger place. Okay, it's not a small house or something. It's an industrial go down, so it will have a big place where they can keep the products. Whenever they have the delivery or the order to be delivered, they will take the product from there and deliver. So that is how you get the products so quickly within 2-3 days. If not, it would take you months together to reach, or at least weeks together for you to reach the product. So that is why inventory is not a problem at all in e-tailing. So what are the advantages of e-tailing? Let's just revise the slide. One is cost. So no much cost is expected at all. We are going to save a lot of cost on stationery, office expenses, and giving salaries to too many people. Okay, we still have to pay salaries, but we reduce the work burden a lot. Okay, so like this we are going to save a lot of money. So if you have less money also, you will be able to open a e-retailing store. Then lot of network, because once you have a website, you can take it onto a global form, and you will be able to you will be able to sell the products wherever you want to sell it. Okay, then access, traveling is not required to see and compare the product. So you need not go from one place to another to check the products. Everything is done online, and you will be able to buy it online. Okay, next, inventory of all products can be placed in larger quantity without thinking upon, okay, where is the place, how it is done, all that. You need not think too much. Okay, you can just put all the quantity or all the orders at once and take the products. Okay, so this is advantages of e-tailing, very very important. I hope everybody understood. Okay, so there is a flexible time. Okay, continuation of this, you have a flexible time for the e-tailing. Anytime you want to buy the product, you can buy the product. So there is no problem of saying, okay, now I have to buy from this timing to this timing only. Now usually the shops open at few, medical shops alone opens early in the morning, or stationery shops open early in the morning because school kids or college students come. If not, all the other shops open after 9:30 or 10 o'clock only. So, but in the electronic retailing, you don't have that problem at all, because you will be able to buy the product anytime you want. Maybe midnight you want to buy the product, you can just check the website and buy the product. So flexible timing. Convenience of shopping at home. So you need not go anywhere. You can just have a mobile application, or on browser you can check. So you have lot of options to buy, and it is just in a click of button you will be able to do. So even when you're traveling outside, or when you're in some other place apart from your home, you can still order the products and it will reach your place. So that is convenience. Then good discount, lower prices. Now this we have discussed enough, because we have lot of places where we will be able to uh, go on and buy the product with discounts and offers. We will get more than half of the price, and we will be able to get very good worth for whatever we wanted to buy. So those are the other part of it, where you will have, one second. So where you will be having good discount and lower prices. Okay. So these are the complete advantages of e-tailing. Now let's understand disadvantages. Even though you have so much of advantages in e-tailing, we will still end up with a little disadvantage. Now this question is also asked for 6 marks again. The question may be like this: what are the issues in online retailing, or what are the issues faced in e-retailing? So these will be the questions asked. So for that, answer is you will have to explain these points. These points are explained in the other slide before. This is just a repetition. So let's just go through once again. Shopping is still a touch, feel, see, hear experience. So for us, especially, we love to go through the product, and we love to see the product, touch and know the product completely. Okay, so that is what is important for us here. So we love to touch, feel, see and hear the product. Now sometimes you will have hearing of the product. Means if you're buying a musical instrument, or if you're buying vegetables, or any other product for that matter, you will have to buy the product. You will have to see the product and then check it. So I hope that you understood. Next, delivery period. It usually takes some good amount of time for you to check the product and find it. So that is delivery period. Now what will happen is, in delivery period you would have you know ordered the product right before the lockdown. For example, right before the lockdown, if you have ordered the product, now none of the online stores are delivering the product. So they say, we are very sorry for the inconvenience that is happening, but you will have to wait until the lockdown is taken out. So in such case, you will have to be waiting for your product to come, or cancel the product. So delivery period is a little problematic sometimes. Sometimes they will say it will come within 3-4 days, and it will take more than a week or 2 weeks to come. So that is another problem. Mode of payment related issues. This is happening from quite starting, whenever they started with online, but now it has become very much better after all your wallets and UPI payments. This happens with Paytm, Google Pay, and all UPI, Beam app also. Money will get deducted, but order will not be placed. Order will be placed, money will not be deducted. Sometimes both will happen. They will deduct money from the bank account, they will accept your order, but after too many days also you'll not get your product. Okay, so all these related issues of payment happens. But you have something called customer care. Okay, so that is very very important always. So customer care is one people who will always be there to help you in any kind of issues. So you can use that customer care services and you can check. Technical issues. Suddenly, now what we are facing is again a technical issue. Suddenly you will not have network. network might not be there from my end or your end, or your phone is not supporting. Some of these are technical issues, or by chance you have blocked some of apps. That happens in Android by itself inside. So these are technical issues. Then personal information, you will be putting all your personal informations like mobile number, email ID, date of birth, then your full name, okay, and credit card details, debit card details, your Paytm ID, Google Pay ID, Beam UPI ID, all this will be shared. So that is one always the fear what everybody has when they use these apps, or when you are talking about these electronic retailing phones. So in such scenario, a little threat on the personal information is there. But nowadays, maximum of all the websites have maintained the privacy, including WhatsApp. Okay, before, WhatsApp also did not have end-to-end encryption, which means WhatsApp was able to see all the messages that you send to anybody. Pictures, voice messages, text messages, everything was seen. But now they have improved their security. They have end-to-end encryption. So if I send a message to you, only you can see, but not someone in middle can hack and see it. So that control is there with the WhatsApp now. So that is what is one other disadvantage if there is no enough security. Okay, so those are the disadvantages of retailing. I hope everybody understood the advantages and disadvantages. Can you please leave it in chat if you have any doubt? Okay, everybody understood. That's nice. So next part is legal aspects in retailing. We'll just finish this slide. Okay, now in legal aspects in retailing, what is going to happen is we saw a lot of retailing everywhere. I mean, what is retailing? How do we run a business? How to start a business? How should your store look? Okay, all that are uh, agreed upon. All those are agreed upon. But now what will happen is you will have to be very careful while running a business, because there is lot of responsibilities which comes along with the business. It's not only selling the product, making profit, buying things from whatever profit we get. It's not only that, but we also have to make sure that all the customers are treated equally. Now this is where the problem will come. Now what is that problem? Many of them will always come and say, okay, now you people are not doing business properly, I will go and complain to the government, or I'll complain it to some court. That is legal aspects. Now let us see what are the options the customer has to complain to people, or what are the options that everybody has around us. Okay, let's see that. Legislation governs the retail firm's operations and relations with its channel partners. Its relation with suppliers, competitors, consumers, and employees are governed by appropriate law. Now when you start a business, let's take for example, we are opening a stationery store. Now for us, stationery store, we want suppliers. Okay, we want Chandra's company to come and give the books. We want Classmate company to give the books and stationery. We want Dom's company to come and distribute their products. Camel company, Camlin company, and you have so many other stationery companies who have, where we have to get the product. So they are our suppliers. Competitors, there might be another stationery shop next to us. Okay, in within a meter there is another stationery shop. So they are competitors. Consumers, who will be my consumers? School kids, college students, or offices, big offices, any office for that matter. So they also want stationery to work. So all of these are consumers for me. And employees. Now if I have someone apart from me who is owning the store, if I have someone who is helping me out, so they are employees. Okay, all of them are governed by different act. Okay, everybody will have some rules and regulations to be followed. So we will be seeing those rules and regulations under legal aspect. Again, very, very important question for 6 and 14 marks. 14 marks, majorly asked questions, legal aspects, ethics in retailing. These are the two major parts which must or which will be asked from this chapter. Okay, so please concentrate. Legal restrictions are imposed on. Legal restrictions are imposed. Okay, okay. Are you not able to hear me? Are you not able to hear me? Okay. Only Akila has that problem. Akila, please check your uh, you know phone settings. Maybe or network problem also might happen. Let's quickly finish this slide. Okay. Legal restrictions are imposed on practices concerning policies, uh, pricing, product promotion, distribution, trademark, and HR policy. Okay, so we have lot of things which we'll have to consider here. So there are a lot of legal restrictions on all of these. When you're pricing a product, how you should do it, or how you should sell the product to people, and how you should do the marketing, how systematically the distribution should go on, which products you can sell, which products are banned, how you should treat your employees. Suppose you join a company, how should the company treat you? All this, there are rules and regulations. For everything that you do on earth, there are rules and regulations. But we have to understand why they are made and we have to follow them. Okay, so these are legal aspects in retailing. So this main objectives and what are the legal acts that are there, we will be seeing it in the next class. Okay, so I hope everybody understood until legal aspects of retailing. Can you all please leave it in chat? Did you all understand until legal aspects in retailing? Yeah, okay. Thank you, students. We'll stop the class here.